Hey everyone, I'm Brett LUNDQUIST.
And I'm Dion Forbes from the Tuning School.
And today we're going to talk about safety checks you should do before you go to the drag strip. So one of the first things you want to check whenever you're going to the track is you want to go over here and you want to check your tire pressure and your tire tread wear. These are brand new drag radials, so we know the tire tread wear is good. However, we want to make sure the pressure is appropriate for the track. Right now they're about 32, so we're actually going to take them down a little bit. So we've got our little tire pressure deal here. Get that clipped on there, turn it on. It actually says 30 PSI, so I actually just need to go ahead and take a little bit out. But what I'm gonna do is basically make sure that this side is set to about 18 to 20 to start, and the other side. Also check your front ones, make sure they're good. That way you've got good stopping power and good steering and all that kind of stuff. You know, you don't wanna be running around on bad tires or anything that might, cause safety issues. The next thing you wanna check on is gonna be your lug nuts, okay? Now we just mounted these up. I know everything's torque to spec. This is not a torque wrench. You should have a torque wrench. However, I'm just gonna do a quick check, make sure that they all kind of seem, about the same. So I'm just gonna put this in here, little extra torque on them. Make sure nothing like turns real loose. That way we are good to go with our lug nuts. And of course, I would continue around the car and check every one of them, make sure they're all ready and tight.
So some of the other things we want to check are going to be our oil and coolant levels. Make sure you have something to clean any oil off with. You want to check. Get it all checked out here. Put it back in. We know this is good because we did set them up at the shop already. Oil levels are good. And we also checked our coolant levels, had it running, made sure nothing was dripping or leaking underneath. So right now we are good to go. All right, so we have one more fluid level to check.
That's gonna be your fuel. You need to make sure you've got enough fuel. So we filled this one up on the way over here. We know it's good. However, you just need to make sure you've got it topped off or you've got some spare jugs with you, whatever it might be. Some of these guys out here, a lot of these guys are probably running race gas, so they've got to bring their barrels with them and pump it in the car, after so many runs. This one's just pumped 93 gas, so we're good there. And then we need to move into some other topics such as safety gear. So, for a typical day, depending on how fast you are, if you're running, high 12s, 13s, something slower than that, you don't need a helmet, but I'd recommend getting a helmet. And then on top of that, you need to make sure you have jeans on or pants and some shoes that are closed toe. You don't want to have any kind of sandals. You don't want to have shorts or, tank tops or anything like that. You kind of need to dress appropriately for the track. If you start going faster, Dion's going to tell us about some other gear that you're going to need.
All right, so the faster you go, the more safety equipment you need. That could be fire suits. As Brett mentioned, helmets just like this one here. We have a fire jacket in there, but as you go faster and you use the more exotic fuels with ethanol, you need thicker jackets. You also need safety equipment such as roll cages, harnesses, depending on the ET that you run.
So, again, we did all this stuff kind of preparing at the shop, but, if you're here and you're, getting ready to run, you want to make sure you've got the right tune in your car. So I'm just going to make sure that, I'll pull the file out, kind of look at it. This is our Holly system, so it's actually a standalone, so I can just look what's in there. Is it the right file? Be ready to go. And then, if I need to make any adjustments throughout the day, I can do that, but make sure you've got the right tune. Sometimes, you might be playing with something, you forget the right tune, you get to the track and you're like, oh no, I've got some stupid tune in there that's not going to work really well from this setup. So always check that. But after that, you're pretty much ready to go racing.
Good to go? It was a pretty good run.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
We hope this helps you stay safe at the track. Follow us on social media, and as always, stay tuned.
All right, tell me when. And I can take them off. It's wear this, and of course, your helmet. Dang it.
Follow us on, see?
I've done these 100 times, so it's still hard.